for a properly balanced individual life, or social life, or national life, great thinkers have said that there are four primary urges in man to be satisfied, like the four legs of a chair, four legs of a table, like the four strings of a tambura. Four. You cannot either increase or decrease. So what are these urges? Every man by temper, by his own inmate personality, has the urge to know more about the world around him, the world in which he lives. Curiosity is abundant. To know why a stone falls when you throw it above, how water is formed, why rains come only in particular seasons, why the earth produces whatever we sow, and so on. No, the scientific and physical scientific urge is one thing. This is not enough. Every man has three more urges. I may enlist them as the moral urge, the aesthetic urge, and the spiritual urge. Let me explain these one by one. The moral urge comes because we live in a society of people, and there have to be adjustments between man and man in mutual relations. No society can be stable if there is no satisfactory adjustment between man and man. And for these satisfactory adjustments, there must be valid grounds for the distinction between good and evil. There is no ad hoc Buddhism, ad hoc evilism, and therefore you have to call a spade a spade. Killing a man is bad. You cannot justify it. Bernard Shaw ridiculed the idea of justice by giving this example. If a man kills a dog, it is justified. If a dog kills a man, it is not justified. If a man kills a man, you hang him. But if a court hangs a man, you do not call it wrong. So right and wrong have to be distinguished. And if there are no established basis of right and wrong, there will be chaos in society, and therefore the moral urge, the ethical urge has to be satisfied on very satisfactory basis. Number three is the aesthetic urge. Man cannot live without a sense of appreciation of beauty abundant and around him. Even the most angry or disturbed man can feel a little calm when he looks at a blooming flower in his own garden, or when he looks at the face of a smiling child in a cradle, or when he looks at a star-studded sky, and so on. So the aesthetic urge is a very important one, the moral urge. Then we should take up the spiritual urge. That is the quest for knowing about the before and the after of life. Not all people may be blessed to the same extent in understanding these consequences, but in every society, people have tried to understand this riddle of life and death in their own way. Among the Greeks, there was Plato, there was Plotinus, there was Aristotle. That was not a dominant trend. The Greek society was mainly oriented towards conquest of the world, therefore bodybuilding was important, army building was important. Archimedes and other people, they were great scientists. The Greek society was famous for its scientific urge, not so much for its aesthetic urge, not so much for its moral urge, and therefore it collapsed. The same thing with the Roman society. In Hindu society, we respect every tree, every river, every cloud, every hillock, and we see God everywhere around us, and therefore all the urges have been satisfied here. Our Dharma Shastras, Nature Samhisas, are derived from the Vedas, and therefore there is no clash among these urges. There is no clash among any one of these urges. They have to be fulfilled, they have to be satisfied, and people who give us rulings on these things must be great thinkers. Saundaryopasana, you see, It's something great. Indian music is one of the greatest in the world. Out of the seven pure notes, how many ragas have been created, how many ragas have been discovered, Medakata ragas, Janya ragas, Janaka ragas, and then rhythm, for example. So even the unmusical man, if I may use this word, halts for a moment when he listens to good music. He may not understand it, he may not be tuned to appreciate it, but music has the power to arrest him. Similarly, when a man sits for a moment to meditate without consciousness, when he wants peace, for example, when his mind is filled with pressures and the pressures have to be removed, dhyana is very important. Now, this spiritual urge, unfortunately, is reduced into religious terminology, and when religions are different, spirituality is forgotten. We have lost spirituality in the multiplicity of religions. Man-made religions, Islam and Christianity, have no patience for other people's freedom, for other people's urges of religion, and therefore religion has a limited outlook, whereas spirituality is infinite. I have often said, we think in generalities, but we live in particularities. The generality and the particularity must be mutually complementary, and only a society which balances these two things can be stable, can last, and can bring peace to its people.